メジャー翻訳速報。ドジャースは山本由伸投手が2年目のシーズンを迎え、さらに大谷翔平選手も復帰後の投手としての活躍が期待されています。そして現地メディアからは、野球界最高のチームと評価され、さらなる補強として佐々木投手の獲得も予想されています。このチャンネルではメジャーリーグの現地放送局の様子を日本語に翻訳してお届けいたします。この動画が面白いと思っていただけましたら、チャンネル登録、高評価お願いいたします。
Welcome back. Starting tonight, we debut our Top 10 Players Right Now series. We're going to get it started with center fielders. Tomorrow, it's relief pitchers, and you can see the rest of the list. And of course, it's all over MLB Network. It comes your way 8 o'clock Eastern every night. That's listed right here on the network. For a preview of the center field positions, which debuts tonight, here's Brian Kenny and Chris Young. Guys?
Yes, indeed. Center field is in a state of flux. We're with former top 10 center fielder in his own right, Chris Young. No Aaron Judge, no Jarren Duran. Yankees and Red Sox moving their center fielders off that position. It truly is a defensive position, Chris.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm taking all my guys away. This is the list that I get extremely excited about, BK. And you're taking Aaron Judge and Duran out of there. I was excited to put them on my list, but I still have a great list put together. I'm excited to show it to the world.
What do you do with Mike Trout?
He's still on the list. He's definitely top 10. I have him higher than a lot of people may want to see him, but I don't feel like anybody else is taking over that position to where you can just put yourself in front of Mike Trout.
So I think once you get used to the fact that Mike Trout isn't Mike Trout, Willie Mays Mike Trout, then it's like, okay, what is actually there? There's an awful lot there if he can stay on the field. But that's a common theme here. Luis Robert, same thing. Byron Buxton, same thing. How much injuries keep these guys off the field?
Yeah, it's going to take more for some players than just being on the field to pass up these super high ceiling players. The high ceiling players, when they're on the field, they're still more productive at times. So if I believe that they're going to be on the field and they're going to stay in center field, I'm still placing them high.
I think it's a fascinating battle for number one with young players. Michael Harris, Jackson Merrill, Julio Rodriguez. I think it's a good battle. And I'm convinced, by the way, I'm totally confident in my number one. Are you?
I'm more than confident in my number one.
Are you really?
Yes, that's 100%.
We don't have the same guy.
For now. For now, until next season.
It's a good battle. Very good battle. Center field, again, defensive position. You just can't put anybody out there and get the offense and hope for the best. You need to have a defensive player. It's a good battle. That's coming up on Top 10 right now.
All right, guys, we'll be looking for that list being unveiled for the first time tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here in the network. If you miss it, or maybe your DVR's malfunctioned or something like that, go to MLB.com/top10 right now for future airings of these.
Look, if Byron Buxton's not on your list, I don't want to hear about it.
Well, he's going to be on the list.
And Cody Bellinger is going to be towards the top of mine if I was picking something.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, Jackson Merrill, the rookie, who had a great rookie season. He's definitely going to be on that list. While you were watching something else, I was watching Monday Night Raw on Netflix. It was good to see Hulk Hogan get booed out of the building, so we like that. But this happened. This from our good friend and friend of the program, Ken Rosenthal. DH/outfielder Brent Rooker in agreement with the A's on a 5-year, $60 million extension, sources telling The Athletic. Vesting option can take the deal to 6 years, $90 million. Jeff Passan then weighs in. Rooker's extension the A's will pay him $30 million over the first 3 seasons, which would have been his arbitration years. Rooker's 30 years old, has been a late bloomer who thrived with the A's. After they turned down opportunities to trade him, they extend him. And Jeff's right. I mean, there was some conversation primarily on this network and other circles of last year's deadline. Maybe the A's should move on or trade Brent Rooker. He's a valuable.
Anti-trade him.
I was in the pro because a player of his ability could have fetched them quite a haul. But he's going to be with the Athletics for the foreseeable future.
But the problem with that is that's what the A's have been doing forever. That's why they're hard to root for.
Fair.
I love this. You know, yes, they're leaving Oakland. It's sad to see it go. But there's been a turning of the guard. The Athletics are locking up their players. And I'm telling you, Robert, this team last year was one of the best teams in baseball. Second half.
Yes, they were.
And I've been on this bandwagon of look out for the A's. I think they can win the West. Look, if they keep doing things like this, they're going to be a formidable opponent that they should be that this organization is championed for so many years.
Yeah.
And I'm ecstatic. You know, usually something like this happens and we go, well, about time, and we just kill them. And I'm saying, about time, thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, the A's are alive again. I love it. I love this move. I love it with Rooker, a guy that's 30. They're not sitting there going analytically, he's not going to be able to produce in 2 years. No, this is your best player.
Yeah.
You know, this is great for baseball. It is great for the A's.
Yeah,
That's my take.
To be fair, not every analytic person talks like that or sounds like that.
Okay.
But to your point, the reason I'm thrilled for Brent Rooker, and I knew it, but it didn't for me get crystallized until I started working here. The importance of an opportunity, that sometimes it's not just talent alone that allows you to thrive or stay or become a big league all-star. Brent Rooker made his debut with the Minnesota Twins in 2020. Then he was traded to the San Diego Padres. A few months later after that, they traded him to the Kansas City Royals, I believe. And then the Royals DFA'd him soon after that. And the Athletics picked him up off waivers.
Yeah.
And what did Rooker do? He got at-bats. He got opportunities. He got consistent opportunity, and I think sometimes that gets maybe dismissed more often than not.
Absolutely. And Oakland was a place to go get at-bats. Let me go get opportunity. Maybe I'll get moved, I'll get traded. Now it's like I get an opportunity, and it's going to lock guys up. This is really great news, but I'm with you on taking advantage of an opportunity. I think it's fantastic. Saw him in the All-Star game last year.
Yeah.
It was great.
And to your point, for the people in edit, get ready, because this is going to be on your future montages. The Athletic, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. The Athletics are going to the postseason in 2025.
I'm telling you.
There you go. You
They
got
are.
it. They are. I mean, they are going to give teams fits.
I still think they're going to win the West. They're right there.
That is not a hot take thing. I really think that they have a chance to be something special. And shout out to Mark Kotsay and his staff for what they've had to deal with over the past couple seasons. But they have definitely have a new cornerstone of their franchise for the Athletics.
And we spoke over the board, but look at what they've done. Severino. You got this deal here. Yeah. They got some young players coming. Jacob
Wilson.
If I'm one of the young guys in that organization, I'm thinking, wow, I might get locked up and have a chance to stick around and stay in the same organization for a long period of time.
Jacob Wilson, Lawrence Butler, Shea Langoliers, Brent Rooker. That's a really, really good cornerstone.
Yeah.
And other news earlier in the day on Monday, this news, Gavin Lux traded to the Cincinnati Reds as part of a deal, and what goes back to Los Angeles, outfielding prospect Mike Sirota, and a competitive balance round A pick in the 2025 draft, which equates to about $2.5 million in bonus pool money to be used for the draft.
Yeah.
And this outfielding prospect, Sirota, that was acquired by the Dodgers, they actually drafted him a few years before he was drafted.
Well, he was their Sirota.
Yeah, that's that. Hey, very good, very good, very good, Harold, very good. But yeah, so this is obviously a player that they are very familiar with, and they welcome him back after they originally drafted him. But for Lux and the Reds, what does this mean? What do you think?
I look at it a couple different ways. One, it's a fantastic trade because the Reds have a guy that's going to fit in that ballpark. Gavin Lux is going to be a 20, 30 homer guy. And in that ballpark is going to come around. It's going to fit perfectly for them. They made the move. They traded Jonathan India to the Royals.
Yeah.
So you opened up second base. Gavin Lux is going to play second.
What about Matt McLean? Does he also get into the mix in the infield at second?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But this guy's playing every day. Lux is going to play every day, left-handed bat. But here's the way I look at it, too. As we look at the board, all the additions and subtractions that the Reds are making, and the biggest one we touched on yesterday being Francona and why he's able to make things work so well.
Yeah.
But I want to make this point with the Dodgers. You know, we get caught up in they paid Shohei, they traded and paid Mookie, and they got Freddie, and they got all these stars. Gavin Lux has been the centerpiece guy that they would never trade. Untouchable.
Yeah.
in all their trade conversations over the last 5 years. This was their guy. You remember that he was going to be their shortstop, but he hurt his knee, blew his knee out. And I look at it this way. The Dodgers took care of their boy. They took care of Gavin Lux. He's been great to them. He was patient with all the things they did. They threw him in the outfield. They did all these different things. And I know that a lot of clubs calling about Gavin Lux. Rightfully so. But they went, you're going to play every day. It's going to be a great ballpark. It's going to be great for your career.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that Andrew Friedman and the way the Dodgers do things, they took care of him. You've been
nice
great to
landing
us.
Spot.
We're going to find the best place for you. And this happens. I remember when I got traded, I got called in and they said, hey, we got like 6 teams to go to. But I think this is going to be the best place you're going to get to go play every day.
Well,
and so when teams take care of guys like that, I see it, I appreciate it, and I applaud them. Gavin's going to be fantastic, but I applaud the Dodgers for getting a fit for him that's going to work great for him.
Well, he's a talented guy for sure. He's also a Wisconsin kid, and he's going to be getting a chance to play in that state, in Wisconsin, quite a bit, as he is part of now the National League Central and the Cincinnati Reds. Let's go to the American League Central, and let's talk about the Kansas City Royals, a surprise postseason team last year. Here's another tweet from Jeff Passan, Michael Lorenzen, and the Royals.
Does Passan get everything? I mean, does anybody else get any news? Who's giving him everything
Ken
all the
Rosenthal,
time?
we had him too. Don't forget about
Give him a
Rosenthal.
crumb. We got you a crumb, Ken.
Lorenzen, 33 years old, was excellent down the stretch. 1 year with a second-year mutual option for $12 million. He's also going to be, at least the talk and the conversation right now, a two-way player.
Yeah.
And we have seen Michael Lorenzen hit tanks before at the major league level.
He can swing it. You know, this is something he wanted to do. He trained for this. He made it clear as a free agent, I want to go back and be a two-way player. I watched Michael Lorenzen in college at Cal State Fullerton. This guy could rake.
Yeah.
And in the big leagues, before they started having a designated hitter, he was known as a really good hitting pitcher. And every now and then the Reds would use him as a pinch hitter and different things like that. The guy can hit. So, again,
he's shredded.
He's ripped up.
Yoked.
Man. But Shohei Ohtani effect has opened our game up. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And yes, he is cut up.
Yeah. So the Kansas City Royals, they've been somewhat active in this offseason.
So I think it's interesting. I mean, they're going to give him a chance to swing the bat.
Yeah. Time now for Wheel of Bold Predictions. Yes, we got the wheel.
You're game show ready. I'm telling you,
I know,
you should
Harold.
be doing game show.
I've been telling my agent that for like the last 5 years.
Agent.
Come on.
What do you think, America? Just tweet us at PleaseAct19.
There we
need
go.
to get Robert in doing game show.
Okay, you're going to spin it. You might need to give it a little bit harder spin. Spinning and spinning and spinning. It's going to land on the team. And you went past it. It's going. Wow, it's defying gravity, guys. Let's just put it right here. I mean, what are we doing here? There we go. Wow, who did that? I don't know. Wow. Baltimore Orioles.
What are the odds,
What are the odds?
The Baltimore Orioles.
Keith, I had to set you up with the Orioles. We'll get it rolling.
For the Baltimore Orioles, what do you got?
All right, guys. The Orioles and the Mariners will find themselves as trade partners, with the Orioles acquiring a starting pitcher before opening day. It just seems like a fit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Seems like a fit.
I like that.
I like it. What do you think? You're saying no. I can tell.
I'm going to say, I don't know. I think Castillo goes. I think Castillo is the big piece in that trade between the Orioles and the Mariners. If I had to make a prediction.
I don't think it happens.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're both going to be too stubborn.
Okay.
Because they're going to want more than the other one's willing to give up.
That's fair.
That's my
fair.
take.
All right. Do you have a bold prediction?
That was my bold prediction.
That was your bold that they won't happen. Okay,
you go ahead. Happen.
All right.
Let's see here. Who we got? Let's go. Let's go.
Wow! You passed it. Wow.
The Green Dodgers.
The Los Angeles Dodgers. Yes,
wheel has a mind of its own. It's unbelievable.
The reigning and defending World Series champion LA Dodgers. Keith, what do you got?
Bold prediction for the Dodgers, guys. They will not win the division in a full season for the first time since 2012. The 3 best records in the second half last year: San Diego, the Dodgers, and Arizona. Obviously, Arizona's made significant improvements Do we think the Dodgers' reign in the NL West ends this year?
No.
I don't. I think that they win the division again. Now, I have my doubts and concerns about whether or not they can repeat because, Harold, it has shown it is so difficult to repeat in our game. So, but I still think that they're going to be best in the West.
I'm all in. I'm sorry. They've assembled the best team in baseball right now. No one can match them yet. I don't think when you're looking at pitching and hitting, because I'm convinced they're going to get Sasaki.
Yep.
You have Yamamoto for a full season in America now, who knows how to make the adjustments. Otani's going to come back and pitch at some point.
Yeah.
They have we just watched them trade Gavin Lux for really somebody they don't need right now. They have that much depth in their minor league system and in the big leagues and the money to continue to keep this machine going. And we're not even at a trade deadline where they need something.
They're the perfect combination of being a well-run organization and having all the money in the world. So, hey, real quick, Keith, if they don't win the West in your estimation, then who does?
That might have been a game show device here. It's hard to come up with a real reason why they won't, but I think that the Diamondbacks are pretty intriguing
I
guys
like
with the way they
Diamondbacks
finished
as well.
I would say D-backs.
I like the Diamondbacks. I like that pitching staff. All right, spending on win. Let's spin one more time.
Let's go one more time.
Wow.
That was quick.
Look at that. That was really good.
The
man.
breaks
Good
are very
job.
helpful, guys.
It
Very,
landed
very
on the
helpful.
Chicago Cubs. Keith, your bold prediction.
The Chicago Cubs will win a postseason game for the first time since 2017. They've been twice since then. Were swept out of a wild card series in the COVID season, lost a wild card game before that. 83 wins each of the last 2 seasons. The Cubs get over the hump in a wide open Central, get back to the playoffs, and make a move there and win a game.
Yeah, I like this one, Keith, and I think you hit it on the head when you said it's wide open. When you look at the division and the roster that they have on paper, and look, we know that it's just paper, but man, the Cubs should roll into this coming season as a favorite to win this division.
I got the Reds as a favorite.
Okay.
And I think the Cubs are going to have a hard time because they're going to have to get in as a wild card. The teams we mentioned in the West are going to be pretty good. And then you look at the East is stacked. So I don't think we'll see a scenario like we saw last year in the American League when you had 3 teams out of the Central go in. Why that happened was because the White Sox were so bad.
Yeah.
And I don't think the National League Central has a team that bad where you can win. I'm going to win 20 games against Pittsburgh this year. I'll get in. The Pirates are going to be better. Just when you have Paul Skeens, the pitching staff, they're going to win games. So the Cubs are going to have to win the division to get into the postseason. And I don't see that happen.
メジャー翻訳速報。ドジャースの強さについて興味深い議論がありましたね。ギャビン・ラックス選手のレッズへのトレードも話題になりましたが、ドジャースはラックス選手の将来を考えて良い移籍先を選んであげたようです。また MLB ネットワークで発表される中堅手のトップ10ランキングも気になるところです。マイク・トラウト選手の順位などどんな結果になるのか楽しみですね。皆様のご感想もぜひコメント欄でお聞かせください。ではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。ご視聴ありがとうございました。